Okay, now it's clear, right? Is it clear at your side? It's clear at my side now. Or is it still blurry at your side? Okay, my side I see is very clear already. Okay, clear, huh? Good, good, good. Ella, nice to see you. Good, clear, good. Hey, Ling Tiao, how are you? Also, I mean, it's right. If you want to learn very, very powerful parts, then it's better you take my online course. She said, teacher, please don't show because they are not properly trained and then you will frighten them. And if they thought they see that, they thought there are conditions to meet if you want to experience, for example, fatal car accident, right? Like the Tampines case, right? Shui liao, okay? So okay, I agree with her, all right? Okay, so never mind, we settle Shandy first. Okay, Shandy asks a question. Now, a short while later, I'm going to show you my new toy. Oh, my new toy. Better also, huh? Oh, okay. Okay, let's talk about this. Okay, so what is this? Sandy wrote this. You say, teacher, she touting. So I don't know what she touting. Okay, but anyway, never mind. Let's see what she's touting. Okay. So she said, sorry to bother you. Don't worry. I'm a teacher. Feel free to ask. No need to tear your hair out because you have a teacher, which is me, unless you don't think I'm a teacher, but I think you treat me as a teacher, right? So no need to tear your hair out, right? You have any question, you just ask. I will always attend to you. You cannot decide the period of the house that you're staying, okay? So let's learn to determine the period of the house, which is not very difficult. In fact, it's in the textbook, right? So if you really like Feng Shui, then you definitely need a Feng Shui book, right? Wait, I mirror this first. Right? Correct. You definitely need this book, right? Secret of Xuan Kong Flying Star. And inside have all the everything about the Feng Shui, what? Most of the things, I can't say everything, but most of the things. Most, okay? Most of the things which are relevant to the flying stars information, right? Everything is inside. Oh, very nice, the camera touch up. Oh, until I so sweet. Okay, all right, so it is completed. Now the house you're talking about, Sandy, is it a house, meaning is it a landed house? Or are you talking about your condominium? Hey, so nice to see you. Can you see your face now? So cute. Wait, hey, cousin, what's your name? I miss my fun with you. Reiki Resist, good evening. Good evening too. It is completed and moved into in 1984. Are you referring to a house or are you referring to a condo? Okay, balik zip line. Okay. You also miss why玻璃讲哪里到嘞 my glass container with you leh. You return me leh. Teacher, you so stingy No lah, I excuse to see you. Keke lah. Use that as excuse. Hey, cousin, you better come. You know, never mind. Okay, so now what is she confused about? It is completed and moved in, right? In 1984. which is the start of period 7. But if we take the start of construction, as per some calculator insists, it will be period 6, right? And then in 2021, there was a fire. So I know which one you're talking about. You're talking about the condo already. When you talk about fire, I know which one you're talking about. Right, and then in 2021, there was a fire under the master bedroom, and the whole room need to be renovated. Can this be counted as period 8? Okay, this one good question. Come back already, better. Later I'm going to show you. I'm going to move to that side to show you the new toy. Actually, the new toy, nothing fantastic. It's just that why. Later then I explain. Talk about Sandy first. Okay, so Sandy case very simple. First thing first, refer to the textbook. All right, let me pull out the textbook. Textbook here. Feng Shui textbook. So Feng Shui textbook is here. Okay, found it. Xuan Kong. The draft. I don't want the draft. I want the copy. Wait a while. I want the exact copy. Okay, so very simple. When you flip to the textbook, Alien, how are you? Nice to see you. Okay, so those with the textbook, flip to the textbook, flip to the textbook. Okay, flip to the textbook. Then go to the page on period. All right, which is here. Come, let me show you. Okay, so this is the textbook, right? Then you flip to the page on the period. Okay, which is here, the basic principle. Okay, when you go to the basic principle, I talk about the 3 luck cycles, right? And there are 180 years, right? So there are a total of 180 years in one whole Xuan Kong Feng Shui. 180 years, we consider one round. Okay, and then in this 180 years is divided into 3 parts. Very simple English. I did not bring you to Russia, then after bring you to Scotland, then bring you to Japan. I straight away go to the point. Right? First luck cycle, middle luck cycle, and last luck cycle. That means 180 divided by 3. Correct? And then each luck cycle again is also subdivided into 20 years for each period. Therefore, that's how you get a total of 9 periods in one whole Xuan Kong Feng Shui system. Teacher, I still don't understand. Okay, never mind. See tab below. Still don't understand? First thing first, look at the luck cycle, 180 years. So look at the 60 years. 60 years here, 60 years, 60 years, the top part 60 years, 60 years, 60 years. So if I explain in plain English, simple English, you still cannot understand, never mind. I further simplify with table again. Teacher, why you write this way? Because I'm a lecturer, I know what student know and doesn't know. Number 1. Number 2, I know how student learn. I know how the brain works for students to absorb knowledge. That's why my textbook very, very sellable. And it's also a must-have textbook. No need to buy 20, 30 textbook. One textbook solve all headache. Guarantee, guarantee. Nobody read my textbook and say, I cannot understand. Bring me go to Russia, Scotland, and Japan, and no. Straight away bring you to Xuan Kong Feng Shui. No rubbish. Right? And its structure is such a way that it's educational. That means it is meant for students. Okay? Then in one part of the 60 years, right, there is divided into these periods, which is of 20 years term. Can you see now? then there's a trigram attached to it, which I clearly explained. So Shanti's problem is the house is 1984, correct? Which is here, period 7, right? Period 7. She, in her message, she said somebody said period 6. Period 7. Very confirmed period 7. And then in 2021, which is here, period 8, there was a fire. So they actually did a renovation. So she wants to know, teacher, now I want to count my current house Feng Shui, right? Do I use period 6 or do I use period 8? Correct? See? Then the evidence number 1, Shanti didn't buy my textbook. Evidence number 2, teacher, I bought a textbook, but you never read. So from the table above, right, you can see that period 9. Yeah, you can see that the period 9, 2024, which is this year, right, it lasts for 20 years, and this will be the last cycle. Correct? Then some student will say, teacher, then how after period 9? How after period 9, go back to period 1. Go back to period 1. Right? Reverse, not reverse, forward. 2044 to 2063. A reverse. From here, 2024 to 2043, then start a new cycle. It's not reverse. Start a new cycle. Okay? Start a new cycle, which is 2044. Start a new cycle. Okay? And then now this one is common. So some of, like Shandy like that, she will ask, correct? Why? Then how to calculate, right? So usually here explain why learning the periods important in the flying star system. It may not be important in other system, other Feng Shui system, but it's definitely important in the flying star system. All right? Because how does flying star fly? Largely dependent on the timing. Okay? So therefore, Xuan Kong flying stars, usually the Feng Shui master will ask, when was your house built? So this is the part where Sandy gets a problem. What's the problem? She said it's built in 1984. Correct? But then, you see, when was the last renovation? She will say, 2021. So how to plot the chart? Is it plot a 1984 period 7 or should I plot a period 8? Okay? Now, in the ancient text for the Xuan Kong Feng Shui, okay, they have this explanation. Number 1, so you saw this part already, you saw this part of the textbook already. Okay, now let's come back to Sandy's question. Okay, in the ancient textbook, number 1 for flying star, because she is plotting a flying star chart. Number 1, it talks about once there is a major renovation, then the flying star timing will be counted as the major renovation period. Now, the problem is, what is a major renovation? Is it because you spend $50,000 on a toilet is considered major? Or is it hacking of important sector in the house? For example, I just renovate the kitchen only, and kitchen is important, right? So can it be considered a major renovation? Now, in the ancient text, if you read the ancient text, it says that once the roof is removed, they will consider this as the major renovation. Now, the problem is, when you read ancient text, you must understand the ancient text context. Meaning, Now, in the ancient time, they do not have 35 stories, 40 stories, right? 100 stories. Ancient the houses, they are what? Mainly landed, right? Mainly landed houses. Mainly. They call 四合院. 四合院. For 四合院. Alright, the house is like that. North, south, east, west. They call 四合院. 四合 means the north, south, east, west. Right? They got the north house, east house. Even the emperor palace, they have the north, south, east, west. Right? Library is always at the north. Why? Because library means books, right? Why at the north? Because north represent water, right? So water will grow wood. So library, emperor library, always at the north sector. Number one. Number two, books, very, very scared of fire. So they place the National Library in the Emperor Library, that they call Imperial Library, at the north sector, so that water element is strong, fire cannot injure the books. That is how they place the Feng Shui. Okay? Okay, never mind, come back and solve Shanti's problem first. Can I hope? Long time no see. Your teacher strike 40 again. Now total strike 40 plus today, I think 8 or 9, 10 times already. Within how long? Within Chinese New Year and then now. There's like 2-3 months. Why? Because I'm experimenting some wealth formation here and there. Also strike 1 first prize and 5-6 times starter. 2-3 times exact number. A few times I bet the number jump a bit, but come out lah. I think I got maybe 7-8 times at least I got evidence one got the 4D paper in the app as evidence. Okay, so first thing first, come back to Shanti question. Okay, so she talked about ancient home, right? So ancient home are mainly landed, so they have the 四合院, north, south, east, west sector, correct? So when they want to, when they talk about removing of the roof, it's because they are all level 1. They remove the roof. So when you talk about major renovation, removing the roof is not very possible, especially in a condo or a public housing like the HDB in Singapore. We call HDB, right? Housing Development Board, which is the government building, public building, correct? Now the way I decipher is major renovation is like that. Then to me, the Feng Shui change. To me, okay, my experience. Let me show you how it looks like. This one, show you how it looks like. Okay, must like that. Then I will say is major renovation. Okay. Right, HDB condo, you cannot remove the roof. But for me, this is good enough. The whole house, 3 galiao. To me, this will become a changing period. So whoever this person, the owner, right? Lucky you, you got a period 9 house. For me, I will say this is a period 9 house. So Shanti, you need to check, right? Are you major renovation? If you are major renovation, right? Whole house, like just now I show you that picture, The whole house, almost the whole thing knocked out already. Except the roof cannot, because the roof is your neighbor upstairs. Correct? But for me, this is good enough for period 9 energy to come in. So she said she's like twisting her brain cell. Correct? Because it was under fire. So the house, major destruction, right? This one. Shandi, major destruction. Can you see or not? Right? Because it was under fire. So you have to check. Teacher, I only under fire, but I only like major renovation, the master room and some bedrooms need to be fixed. Counted period 8? No, not counted period. Still counted period 7. Number 1. Number 2, teacher, not only whole room, not only master room, the whole house, like just now the photo I showed, right? It's like the whole thing hacked, you know. The wall also gone, the floor also gone, the toilet also gone. It's like literally the whole house, right? So that one, for me, definitely is major renovation, really. Okay? So we thank you, Sandy, for asking this question, because why this is a very common question, which most students don't know what to do with this. And I know this is very, very common, because every time I do Feng Shui, they will ask me the same question. All right? So remember, the major renovation, the concept must be contemporary concept, not the ancient concept. The ancient concept is remove the roof. Because why? Once you remove the roof, the whole thing gone already. Why? The sun and rain, that means you cannot keep the floor tiles, all right? That means it's like tear down the whole thing already. If you remove the roof, means rain or shine, your floor, your wall, or if you're going to maintain your floor and wall and you just remove the roof and expose it to sunlight, rain, moonlight, and then this house internal is gone already. So when they say remove the roof, what they are talking about is the whole house is like demolished and then they rebuild, which is possible for landed house, right? But for condo, and so many units there, it's impossible to tear down your roof. So it's tear down all the structural, like what I saw, like what I show you in that photo just now. Helpful? Helpful? Okay? Okay, Shandi, I helped you already. So if you just renovate the master room only, that is not period 8. So sorry. Okay, unless the whole house tear down the whole house. Vivian, nice. Hey, you came back, nice holiday. Okay, now I'm going to show you my new toy. How I strike the falling. Especially the Friday, just bring in this baby. And I tell you, one and only one. I get the owner permission first. Owner can show off or not? Get your permission first. If owner say can, then everybody can benefit. If owner say no, then sorry liao. The proud owner must agree first. Owner very generous. So thank you, owner. Okay, I'm going to end this and I'm going to switch to an iPhone because it's at the other side. Okay, and some of you, if you have this item, right, you cannot just leave it there like that. You have to do something which I will tell you. Okay? Okay, bye-bye. See you there.